Hello, my students and listeners. Thanks for tuning in to another lesson of Time to Get It Monday. This is John Neal Jr., your professor. We're going to talk about compassion today. Listen, compassion is a word that sometimes people often throw around. Have you ever been driving down the street and you see this person just holding up a sign, "We'll work for food," and you look down, you go, "Whoa, I don't want to have nothing to do with that person. That person's just going to use the money for drugs." And you drive by and you see another person with a sign. And all of a sudden that person just gets you. And you say, "Okay, I'm going to give them a couple dollars." And you forget about what they're going to spend the money on, whether it's drugs, alcohol, food, whatever it may be, you gave it to them. You drove away. And do you remember how it made you feel? Well, more than likely, it probably made you feel good. Well, that's called compassion. What about if you're driving down the street sometimes and you see somebody getting into like an argument or something like that, and you say, "Oh my gosh, somebody's getting into a dispute." And you probably don't want to get in the middle of it, but you do want to make sure everything's going to check out okay so nobody's harmed. Or you're in a situation where somebody gets a flat tire or something, they need some help and they're flagging you down, and you decide to pull over to see if you can give them a helping hand. Yeah, right? That's called compassion. All three of those scenarios is a person that has compassion for another, their fellow human being. And let me tell you something about compassion. Compassion is not hard to have. I'm a person with compassion. I believe that most of you out there have compassion. How will compassion help you get it on Mondays? Well, let me tell you something. Having compassion will help you get on every day of the week. And compassion it completes you as a person. Anytime that you care about another person, anytime you care about their welfare, their well-being, even though you haven't experienced it, it's okay. It's going to allow you to be better as a person because guess what? You had the ability to have sympathy or empathy for the other person. Well, sympathy is feeling sorry for them or feeling some sort of sorrow. And empathy is knowing that you've been in a similar situation or very close to their situation, and then you decide to dig from within so that you can help them understand that you've been there before. And then you're offering them a helping hand. Now, how's that going to help you with your day-to-day struggles? Well, giving someone sometimes, giving them that gift and giving them a smile, giving them a couple of dollars, or just giving them a pat on their shoulder, it really helps them move forward in their life, giving them the strength so that they can move forward. See, life isn't about always taking, or receiving. I think it's giving and receiving. Now, you don't have to give 50-50. You don't have to always give something, expect something back in return. But what we can do is we can have compassion for people. What does it do? Well, it builds character. It builds strength from within. And people can look in your eyes and tell if you're a person that has compassion and character. You know what? In life, sometimes you may not give back. You may not get back what you give. I'll tell you something. I'm going to mention a couple of names. Gandhi, Mother Teresa. Those individuals, they were people that gave. They were compassionate. Yes, Nelson Mandela, a compassionate person. And they probably never got money in return to what they actually gave in their value. And there's people that were born richer and have diamonds and pearls and things of that nature, and they're forgotten. But the most compassionate people in our history has never been forgotten. Think about it. Oprah Winfrey, right? Think about it. Brad and Angelina, right? Bono. People that give, we never forget. So be a person of compassion and give. Because I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and my students and listeners. If you're a person of compassion and you give something, I guarantee you will get something back. And doors will open up for you. Positive doors. And remember, it is more blessed to give than receive. Thank you for tuning in to this lesson of Time to Get It Monday, and please come back for our next one. This is John Neal Jr., your professor.